Hello, this is Arcades, and welcome to another update video here on Stormworks Build and Rescue. And, yeah, they added a cool new part. Scopes. And, I think they should have called it more like a viewfinder, but, you know, hey, that's splitting hairs. But, yeah, so we're going to take a look at the logic, look at the applications, and, yeah. But real quick before we get into that, what is this Kraken doing? Seriously. What the hell? I'm out here just testing equipment for the freaking, for the scopes. And I just come out and there's a Kraken just beating its head against the freaking wall. Anyways, so, alright. Hope you enjoy what you watch. Hope you like what you see. If you do, remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Helps out the channel immensely. And, yeah. Let's get a scope on things. Okay. I guess first, let's take a look at the notes. Okay, we have the viewing scope update. What we have here says, Dear Stormworkers, this update introduces a new viewing scope component. Interact with viewing scope to enter full screen mode, which renders a video stream from a camera at native resolution. The viewing scope also renders Lua overlay with the resolution of a standard large screen. The new viewing scope is ideal for observation cameras on helicopters, remote control, weapon turrets, submarine periscopes, TV-guided missiles, etc., where higher detail on a camera feed is useful. As well as this new component, there are a few minor fixes and reworks. Please see the patch notes below for full details. We hope you enjoy this new component, and we look forward to seeing your creations and feedback. Much love, the devs. So, patch notes. Feature, viewing scope component. Remove depreciated parts from the preset starter boat. That's nice. But what was left on there that was depreciated? I guess maybe the gearbox. Yeah, I think it might have been the gearbox. Rework, added group ID return value to spawn vehicle and spawn add-on vehicle. Oh, I wonder if this is my issue. Oh, I have an issue with one of my things, and I think this might have busted it. Microcontrol editor not sorting logic block items on open. Yes, this is a big one for me. And anybody who works on those freaking microcontrollers, yes. Stop winches auto-spooling when not using number node for reeling. Not exactly sure what they mean by this. Stop winches auto-spooling when not using a number node for reeling. Yeah, not quite sure on this one. I know that the winches have an auto-spool if something's like too long, and they'll shrink it down to the max length of, so if you had like the 10 meter or 15 meter winch, the really small one, and you hooked up a rope from that's like 40 meters, so to speak, it would automatically spool in until it hit the max length that winch could handle. Typo in inverse period name 1x2. Okay, so they went from probably 2x1 to 1x2 or something like that. So, okay. Not a big deal. So, I am curious about the winches, though, but I'm not sure how to test now. Our main thing we're going to look at is this. So, alright, let's get back into it. Alright, now, I guess, let's look at the basics for this. So, the scope in general by itself. Okay, so the scope, which, you know, sit here. A viewing scope. Interact to display video data at full detail. Has a video signal input, has an occupied output, and the electric. 2,000? 2,000? That's what? I think that's a bit much for a career. But either way, I digress. So, yeah, as you can see, I have one here. We have the video input. I have a camera right there. And I hooked up this back here as well to that same camera, so we can compare the resolutions as it said. Okay, so I have Infinite Electric on. Let me see our little boat here. And you can see this is what it's currently saying at the moment. You come up to it, it gives you the option to hit E or Q to view it. And you get a full resolution screen of what you're seeing. Now the thing is you can't move your mouse, you can't change your look. You can, if you're on a seat, operate things, which I will show here in a little bit. But for the basic part, just hitting E will bring you to scope, and you are seeing through live what the camera is showing. As you can see, that's what's being displayed here with a much better, higher fidelity. And it's really that simple. That's all you need, and that's all it basically does. It's just another monitor. In the end, that's what it is. It's just another monitor. Now, there is, like I said, however, the mouse is disabled, so you can't click on things if you had a Lua screen. So basically, it's just display only. That's all it is. You can't look around. You can't do anything. It is literally, you are held to the thing. It's like having your hands on a periscope, like you see in those, the submarine movies with the captain has his eyes up against a periscope thing. It's not like he can change what he's seeing or doing anything to what it is, but that's basically it is. Hoping that later on, they said they're coming with the seats, they will allow you to change and click on things, but yeah, for the most part, this is it. This is all you get. Now, you can hit E to get out, E or Q, but you can also hit F, or whatever you use to get into the seat. At least that's how I've been seeing it, and to get out of the view scope. Now, let's show a little bit more extensive application of this. I have, on this boat right here, this is an older boat of mine, I have installed some view scopes that replace the camera feeds for some of the equipment. This is a very laggy boat, so bear with me. Now, the first station, this deals with an underwater cage that I have made to look around with the gimbal. So as you can see, I'm looking right now just at the monitor, and I can use the arrows to look around, but I have my freezer. Now, if I go to the scope, I now have free look, and I'm using the seat to control the gimbal camera directly. You see much. Now, I think this right now it's clear because there's an issue with the filter not being properly applied, but, it is what it is. Take it and enjoy it. So there is that, as you can see. Now, if you're in there and you hit F, it actually won't knock you out of the seat, so this one is for water controls, for firefighting. So I can hit force for the monitor. So you can see I have look of the water cannons on the front of the ship. Now, if I go to the scope, I can actually see it much easier. However, you notice, like I said, I can't control the camera at all, but I can still see what's going on and what is that Kraken doing. So I'm going to turn the water on, and you can see with much better clarity what is going on. So whenever you do something like this, you're going to need something that allows you to actually control your camera as you need to, like I did with the gimbal camera on the underside of the ship. And I can even change the monitor feed, so I can look at the back of the ship using the video switcher. And as you can see, So, there you go. That's some applications. I have one more application, and that involves the Lua screen. If you see here, we have my career truck. I have adapted it with a microcontroller I have made. If you remember, I have a map and waypoint pointer on the workshop. I have adjusted it. See, it's this one right here, and that right there. I have a waypoint currently selected, and if I go insert it, it gives me an output on the screen. Now, as you see up here, I've got this screen too. That's the large screen. So that is what is being seen by the viewing scope. And to double check that, I can actually come in here, and this will go straight to the screen. And you will see down at the bottom of the screen, there is the Lua for my waypoint pointer on the screen. Right now, it's very basic and such. And I have already, as of this video, already uploaded it to Workshop. So it's there as a microcontroller. You can get it, and you can see it, and you can see how it's functioning here as well. On the Workshop page, there is an instruction video, so I suggest looking on it to how to install it and such. So it's pretty straightforward. And you can see it will point you in the direction. Now, as you notice, waypoints actually still show up according to your view. From the thing, the camera. So they're still there, they're still active, they're still in respect to what you can see. So if I come down here and I set the new one, you see it goes there. Now my waypoint pointer, as you can see here, tracks the old coordinates. So all I got to do is insert the new ones, and it will autocorrect for that. Whoop. So I even made it so it doesn't cross over the numbers as best as I could, at least. So, all right. So, yeah, that's pretty much the straightforward gist of it. As you can see, I've already applied some of the Lua application to it, and it uses the same stats as the 9x5 when it comes to Lua. So you have to take that into account, just as I did when I had to make the adjustments to that microcontroller. And I will have a link for the microcontroller in my for the workshop of that microcontroller in this description. So feel free to check it out. And yeah, so went over the new scope, saw what you can do with it, what you can't do with it, how to hook it up, and some of the applications. So yeah. And some of the other things. Oh, yes. Let's. There's something else I want to look at real quick. So before we get into leaving, there is one thing that I am very happy about. Is when you come to the logic here in a microcontroller, this now all sorts. It originally would look like this when you would come in. So now it will actually sort wherever you left it at. So I am happy about that. All right, so I'm Arcades. Hope you enjoyed what you watched. Hope you liked what you saw. If you did, you know the deal, you know the spiel. This is Arcades signing out. Have yourself a nice day. Whee! He must be drunk.